Philippians 4:10, AMP, I rejoice greatly in the Lord that now at last you have renewed your concern for me. Indeed, you were concerned about me before, but you had no opportunity to show it. Now that I speak not that I speak from any personal need, for I have learned to be content and self-sufficient through Mashiach, satisfied to the point where I am not disturbed or uneasy regardless of my circumstances. Sometimes brothers going through hell, and of course we have our seasons. You have your level of how many years you've been in the truth, but sometimes brothers get too grouchy even around camp. And for me personally, I find that strange, because I mean, for me, camp is like it's like a massage, it's like a therapy session, it's like a chiropractic session, it's like you know, these people in the world, they have their fun, whatever vice they do, and they forget about their present problems. Well, that's us on the right hand side with camp. And I'm talking about real talk, bro. I got eviction notice in my mailbox, or my power's about to be cut off, or I might lose my car. These kind of problems. But as soon as you come up to camp, everything's gone. You're in a different state. You're comforted. The brothers are there, and Yahushua in the midst. That's comforting, man. And if it's not, check yourself. It should be comforting. It really should be comforting. All right? So don't be disturbed. Don't be uneasy. Brothers salute you. Shalom, man. My phone bill is overdue, or this, or whatever the fuck. Like I said, real problems, man. Never mind the phone bill. I'm on child support. I'm on this. I'm on that. We gotta conquer whatever the fuck gets thrown at us, man. One of my favorite movies was Heat. All right, with De Niro and all Heat, classic. But the Jake in there was going through hell, right? He came out of prison, and the dude he was working through the parole board, and, he's like, look, you gotta give me 50% of your earnings and this and that. So his woman, after the shift, she's like, can you do this? Can you hang on for a bit? And dude's thinking, he's just like, and I remember the saying, because it's a bad saying, he's like, ain't a hard time invented that I cannot handle, right? And that should be your mentality. That should be a lesson right there. Ain't a hard time invented that we cannot handle through Yahweh Bashem Yahushua Bashem Chakodash. Didn't Paul say that in the book of Romans 8? That's one of my favorite scriptures. Lord's will, we'll get that after this. Verse 12, I know how to get along and live humbly in difficult times. Live humbly. Brothers are used to Wagyu burgers and Korean barbecue and going to Copacabana. Eating good. Live off sardines, man. There's a lot, and sardines are superfood. I don't mean that as a cheap food, but obviously that's a cheaper food. Find ways to live humbly, man. Shit. Fast. Eat nutrient-dense foods and fast. That's even a more benefit. You're not starving. You're actually healing. But I get it. The flesh is a bitch, man. I get it. I know. You ain't got to tell me twice. And I also know how to enjoy abundance and live in prosperity. The Lord throws you blessing. You got a business going. You ran into some money. Don't crash out. Nigga, we made it. Right? In any and every circumstance, I have learned the secret of facing life. See, the secret of facing life is all about mentality. And that makes sense, man. One of my, not my favorite movies, but a good martial arts movies is back in the day, you had that movie Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. I think in the year 2000. Beautiful movie, right? But that's like a Taoistic mentality. Everything is a state of mind, right? The dude's like, yeah. He's like, I know this sword doesn't mean anything, right? It was like very expensive, legendary sword he had. He's like, I know this temple doesn't mean anything. I know the martial arts don't mean anything. It's all a state of mind. That's what he said, and that's true. You can literally wake up and say, look, man, I'm conquering death through Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. I'm fighting to be one of his men, and that's all I need to get through the day. Whatever the day throws at me, I'm ready, because I'm fighting for immortality. You're fighting for immortality, man. So what else matters? The secret of facing life, whether whether well-fed or going hungry, whether having an abundance or being in need. See? I can do all things which he has called me to do through him who strengthens and empowers me to fulfill his purpose. I am self-sufficient in Mashiach's sufficiency. I am ready for anything and equal to anything through him who infuses me with inner strength and confident peace. Woo! Infuses. All right, just like I make oils, you know, you get you get your base, you get your olive oil, and for example, you make a comfrey balm, salve for pain, an ointment. You got to put that comfrey in there and make it infuse. So the Lord, Yahweh, infused us with what? His inner strength and confident peace. So you got to tap in, like Elder Shwamba said. You got to tap in to that power, man, of Yahweh Shai. That's power, man.